Have you ever had an idea for a product or service but never followed through on it, only to have someone else get the same idea, run with it, and make it a success? Well, David Dresner falls into that someone else category. As we discovered on a visit to two of his current ventures, Dresner's philosophy on starting and growing a business could be a primer on entrepreneurship.
So the best place to start is at the theater.
David Dresner lives to develop and operate businesses. This one, located in Hanley Industrial Court in Brentwood, is Sleev Message. The company makes customized, recyclable sleeves for to-go style coffee cups. If you're wondering what's the big deal, it's Dresner's deceptively simple patented design that allows the company to print on both sides of the sleeve, thereby doubling the space for his customers' logos and messaging and increasing the sleeve's value.
A normal coffee sleeve would be folded like this. So the margin for error is a lot less because you're just folding it over halfway. Our coffee sleeve is a lot harder to make because you have to fold it over all the way. And this is something we were really proud to have patented. And it's actually been interesting as an entrepreneur. I have found a few people copying this, and we actually are protecting our patent right now. And it's part of the entrepreneurial game, you know, having the proper intellectual property and defending it. This year, we should be hitting about 50 million coffee sleeves a year. So our first year, we did about 1 million sleeves. 7 years later, we're doing about 50 million sleeves, shipping all over the world.
Dresner's very first delivery was to St. Louis's Northwest Coffee Roasting Company.
October 19th, 2010, I dropped off the sleeves, and it's been a great relationship ever since. And you know, what I love about Jason is he's extended the brand tremendously, opening up new coffee shops. He definitely has a great vision, and where Sleev Message has been able to help him is with our flexibility. So Jason wants to, you know, talk about his new programs. He's serving this barista eggs, for instance. And I'm like, hey, let's just throw it on the sleeves, no big deal. And because Sleev Message, unlike our competitors, has no minimum orders and a really fast turnaround, he can now communicate specific messages to specific coffee shops. And that's really allowed him to utilize a tool that he has to buy, it's part of his cost of goods sold, and add more value to his customers.
Works out really well. I think some of the best feedback I get is from customers because they know that these are recyclable sleeves. That's awesome. In this environment, in the Central West End community, most people out here are conscious of that. They're cognizant of being recyclable and clean air and all the good stuff that goes along with that, being efficient. So it's good that he does that. For me, it sells itself. I don't have to say much about it. It just sells itself.
The concept behind Dresner's company first came to him at the tender age of 10. Years later, as a business student at Washington University, his idea was incubated. Now, Dresner is giving back and paying it forward. For every 7,000 sleeves sold, Sleev Message plants a tree in a distressed area. And Dresner continues to work with his alma mater. Its Danforth campus is a designated Tree Campus USA by the Arbor Day Foundation. In the Tower Grove South neighborhood, a former community center is being converted to house another business Dresner calls his passion project, Crispy Edge Global Pot Stickers.
My whole mission of Crispy Edge was to bring pot stickers the way I saw pot stickers. I wanted a delicious dough, wholesome ingredients in the fillings. I wanted to bring, a global food experience to that traditional dumpling vehicle, and I wanted to bring it to everybody.
A restaurant seating 100 people will be in the front of the building. The back will be devoted to pot sticker manufacturing and packaging.
I'm showing you today about 2 of my businesses, but I have several others. And I think that's a very common trait for entrepreneurs to have. And I have some that didn't do so well, and I think it was almost cathartic going through the process of developing them and not having them take off the exact way I wanted to. And I think one of the most important elements of being an entrepreneur and being successful is being agile and being able to change your vision slightly and read people and read your target market to make those important adjustments in the beginning.
Dresner also believes a good business plan is one that solves a problem. He'll do that at Crispy Edge by turning the building where it's headquartered back into a neighborhood gathering place. And one other thing about David Dresner that applies to a growing number of 21st century entrepreneurs: he does well by doing good.